Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Vendetta Stage 2. Alright, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself, so don't worry if you can't see this. And then I'll switch over to Sharpie and you can see much better. But I'm just kind of thinking of a good pose and getting everything into the screen. So yeah, so don't worry if you can't see it. I'm just kind of feeling things out. And then you know, then we'll have some fun. But first I gotta sketch this out. That's life. You know, you gotta sketch and sketch and sketch until you get it right. And then you can have the fun. Okay, I'm happy with that look. Let's try to get this one down. And let's see. He's got like those mech feet. Mechanical feet is what that stands for. But we're cool and we say mech. I'm mech cool. I'm suddenly not mech cool by saying that, right? Okay. Let's see, I'm about finished with that. This is going to be pretty easy. Let's see. I just got to make sure I get everything in there. I'm going to erase a few of these lines because it's starting to make sense now with just this loose sketch. So I want to erase a few things to keep it, A, to keep it loose, and to B, to lose some of these lines because some of them look too wide, you know, and that's not what I was going for. So I had to rein it in, so to speak. All right, and I'm gonna have one hand up, I think. Okay, so let me sketch this out real fast. Let's see. There's the thumb. There's the finger. Next finger. One out, and the pinky. Like something like that, right? Because I'm gonna have the hand pretty much like this, facing at you. So that way, that means I have to draw it accordingly, you know. And that was a little too high there, so I'm just gonna wrangle that in, wrangle it in, wrangle it in. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, I'm not singing because that's gonna be my new YouTube page called Horrible Songs for Horrible People. Hopefully none of you will follow me because none of you are horrible people, right? Let's see. I'm not crazy about that hand. It looks like he's playing an invisible piano. What else can we do with that hand? Something cool, something fun. I guess a fist, right? That would be kind of cool. I mean, not that a fist is cool, but you know, it would make for a good pose. There you go. Thank you. You're absolutely right. Okay. You know what it is? It's the arm. It's the way I have it. That's what it is. So let me try to see if there's something better. I know what I'll do. I'll tuck it behind him. Tuck it behind him a little bit. There we go. See, it's all about the silhouette. It's all about the pose, you know? If you don't have a good one, it's not going to come out right. Okay. All right. I think I'm happy with that. It's kind of tucked behind him. Kind of tucked behind his arm. Something like that. All right. Let me see if I am happy with that. Sorry, this one's taking a little bit longer. Yeah, let's do that. I can live with that, okay? Oh, you know what? He needs a face, doesn't he? He needs a face. Didn't give him a face. Gotta draw a face. Okay, so let me draw his hood. That'll give me the shape of his head, where that's going to be. And then I can draw a couple of eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Alright, so that means the hair is going to come over him like that. And again, like with the other characters I draw, there's only so much I can draw with these sharpies. So I kind of have to limit the details that I add and hope that it comes across right. Okay, I think that's about right. I think I can start with that. And we can go from there. Okay, that's going to be up. So, sorry, I'm just going to put in a few more little details to tighten it up, like I was saying before, and then we can get going. Because I had his little shoulder pad, wings, whatever they are. I had them like super high, and they're not quite that high. I'm gonna make them more of a point too. Have some fun with them. Okay, I think I'm ready to switch over to Sharpies, and I'm going to be drawing with a fine point Sharpie and a Sharpie pen, which is sharper than a fine point. And I'm going to use first, so I can control much better the tinier details in the face. You can use a pencil if you want, and it'll follow along with the Sharpie. So I'm going to draw some eyes first, and it's going to be super, super tiny. And it's going to be one line like this, one line like that. That's almost the extent of it, because it's just so little I can play with. So if you're looking off to the side, this is the first one we've ever done like that. So I'm going to draw a few little more features just to kind of see how I'm not connecting it. I'm letting the bottom of the iris tell you where the bottom of the eye is, because with this Sharpie, or with this Sharpie, there's not enough room to do much more, you know? So I'm going to use what I can, use what I have, basically. Alright, so I'm drawing him his eyebrows, and they're kind of thick. And this one's going to get cut off by his hair, so I'm not going all the way. And let's see, I can only draw a little bit of the nose, a little bit of the bridge, a little bit of a nostril, and up like that. And I think that'll count for the nose, okay? So for the mouth, we're going to kind of do one of these, a little bit of the top lip, like that. And so I didn't connect it, but I'm like implying lines. And that'll help us to be able to use what we have, since we can't draw everything. Let's draw the hood real fast, just so it'll give us a place to stop with hairlines and face. And so I'm gonna go ahead and draw the hood how I had it, or follow my sketch. It's gonna kind of come up like this, come back down, and this is gonna flare out a little bit like that. Okay, I'm gonna thicken it up just a little bit. Go back and follow. You don't have to if you're using a pencil. This is mostly for me because I'm using Sharpies and I'm using different thick and thin techniques. Okay, so let's draw some hair. So now that I have an edge, I can come off like this and draw some of his little whippy hair he's got here. Something like that. And then the coloring will take care of the rest. There, I needed some of it over his face. Okay, so since we have room, his face isn't that wide. Can you imagine if it was a big old fat head? We're gonna go ahead and draw the edge of his face like this. Something like that. Alright, and let's go ahead and draw his cheek. Oops, that's way too big. There, that's the fat head I was talking about. So we're just gonna make it work like that. And let's see, it would come up like that, so there's a bit of an ear we're gonna put in right there, but not much, because it disappears, you know, behind the hood. Okay, so I know that's kind of messy, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. This is our drawing. This is how we want to do it, you know. So there's his neck into his collar is what we're going to do there. And let's go ahead and connect that part too, since we can draw that part of the neck. And I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie now. No, I'm not. I'm going to draw his the strings of his hood right here. That, and follow it back up. If you can make it super thin and follow it around like that, do it. Boom, that's awesome. One more. So same thing, just follow it right up to the edge. Oh, look, I couldn't do it, but that's okay because it still comes across as what I wanted it to come across. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie and I'm going to follow my sketch. So his little hoodie goes across like that, comes up to his shoulders, and kind of does this weird little stair step thing, because that's like where his mech stuff is starting to build, right? Part of the costume. So let's draw the other parts of his hood. So I'm going to go around to the top of his head like that, and I'm going to come down the other side, going to hang over just a little bit, then come back down and connect like that. And I don't want to go through that string, so I'm just kind of doing something like that. Okay, so now we can start to draw his shoulders. Going to come down a little bit like that, and let's see, he's got kind of shoulder pads, so we're going to do this to make it the top edge. And he's got like the weird, I always say that, I don't mean to be insulting by calling it weird. He's got the different tech shoulders is what we're going to call those. Alright, so since I didn't connect it there, I'm going to go ahead and follow through and touch it there. It's all about whatever line you draw, you've got room to connect, you know? That's why I like drawing certain things first and then saying, okay, I've got my edge line that I can play with, so I'm going to do it now. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw those little edges that he has here. Okay, and there's a couple of lines. I'm going to go ahead and do it with these Sharpies right here. I could do it with color, but it's black, so I'm going to go ahead and do it with the Sharpie. I mean, it's that style, you know. Just something like that. I love that sound. All right, so now we're going to draw his arms. Let's draw this arm and let me draw the hand first, and maybe that'll make room for. No, I'm not going to draw the arm. I'm sorry. I'm going to follow through and show you how it's built down. So his arm's going to be, this one's kind of facing at you. So you're going to draw the arm to the elbow like that, and then it's going to do like that, and that's as far as it's going to go. Seems kind of short for an arm, right? Well, it's facing you. That's why there's only so much of it you can see. So his shoulders. Let me see if I can make this make sense. Like that. Does that make sense now? That's his forearm, and it's more facing you. Because this hand is facing you like that too. So there's his thumb, and this is going to be his first finger. We'll go ahead and draw it around like that. Let me show you his thumb. Like this. There's his other finger, middle finger. And there's his ring finger. Pinky finger. See, does that make sense? How it's kind of like that almost? And so now I'm going to come back with a super fine Sharpie and fill in a couple of these other little lines just to finish it up, you know? And again, I can control it much better with this Sharpie. Okay. And he's got gloves, so we can go ahead and put that in there too. Oh, you know what else I wanted to do? Ha ha ha, my favorite. Creases and folds. And since his arm's bent, I'm going to do a couple like that because it'll give us perspective. And I'm not talking about how we look at life. I'm talking about foreshortening. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do his jacket so you can draw the other arm. And what I mean by that is it'll give us the other line. So I'm going to come down here like this. There's his jacket, and it kind of does this weird, this cool little stair step like that, which has got the other part like this, like that, something like that, right? And so that'll give us this edge that I can draw like that. See, now I can build off of this because I have that edge. So this arm is like this, and it's bent. I'm just going to go to the hand like this. The elbow's back here, which is going to bring the forearm like that. Just going to bring it around to this, and we're going to stop there so I can add my favorites, my creases and folds. All right, looks good, looks good. Yours looks pretty awesome too, right? Cool. All right, so here we're going to go with a hand. This one's going to be in a fist, so this is going to be a little tricky, but it's not hard. Just follow me. So we're going to draw the back of the hand to the finger, and then the pinky is going to be like this, right? And so, oh, you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna lose you here. I need to draw the thumb. The thumb is over all this stuff. This stuff is over these fingers, so I need to put it over there first because the other fingers go back behind the thumb. See, you can't see it because of the way he's got his fist clenched like that. So there you go. See, we got a fist over like that, and he does have the gloves. So we're just gonna do like this, and I'm gonna draw a few more lines just to show you how the fist is. Oops. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. All right, so let's go. So now we just got to draw his legs, and we're done. So he's got a pack over here, right, and that's down to his leg, to his knee. And so since we have that edge, let's go ahead and draw that pack. Let's see, something like this. And then this one has another strap going across like that. Okay, so now we just have to draw his legs. Alright, so this one is going to come over like this, down to his knee, and he has kind of a pocket on that leg, so that's what that is right there. So then I'm going to come down to here like this, and then that's going to start his, oh yeah, you know why I did that? Because that's where his little knee pad thing is. Let's draw that pocket real fast, just so you can see why I did that. Okay, so there he's got the crease of his pants like that, and there's the front of his pants like that. Okay, all right, so let's have fun with mech. It's basically a lot of squares is all you're really going to be drawing. So let's see, there's the back of it like this, okay, then there's the knee pad, which is that, and this one you're looking straight at, so it's almost like a diamond. Not really a diamond, I guess, because that's if that's a diamond, I need to go back to art school, right? Okay, so let's see, we're gonna draw the mech down like that. It's gonna come to this. This is gonna come down like that. And there's a front, but we're not gonna worry about that yet. Let's do both sides, so we're doing them both together. This is gonna flare out a little bit, and it's gonna come down to his ankle, like that. Okay, and let's go ahead and add a few more lines, just to show it's metal. So, I like adding lines to the creases and folds. I'm adding these lines just to show that it's got edges, you know? So same thing here. I'm gonna add a line like this, come down like that, like this, then if you can, one straight down the middle like that. Okay, just to give it an edge. We'll do the same thing with this. We can't quite capture all the edges, but we can do some. you know, just to give it that hardened edge is the word I'm looking for. Okay, so he's got what do you call them? Like ankle protector things over his feet. So they are kind of something like this. Let's see, that comes to a point, to an edge like that, and it kind of comes up and down. This one kind of comes down like this. I'm going to draw the edge up and out like that. And then, this is tricky, so I'm trying to draw a couple of different things at once, like that. And so then you can see his feet underneath like that. Okay. And his shoes are right here, but they're covered because the mech is starting to build around him as the stages go. They're covered by the mech. Yeah, there's no other way to say it. So this part is his foot like that. It's going to come down, but the edge is covered by the metal. So it's going to kind of come up like this, down, and up like that. Something like that, okay? So that part is, this part is his shoe, these parts are metal. That's basically what I was trying to say. Alright, so let's go ahead and just get on a tiny little edge like that. That's our mech edge. Okay, so his feet are here. So remember, he's got that part like that. Okay. Something like this. Yeah, I just like drawing the thinner lines to showcase the thick and thin. Okay, and so that point that we drew there, we're going to draw it again like this, and then his foot's like that, and then this one is covered by metal like that. Does that make sense? Okay. Oops. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I say we do the rest with color. So for now, that is Vendetta Stage 2. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.